an earlier video last year about the library and how that was just really transformative to me. Actually, I did talk about that. And the thing that makes this set of friendships so special is not just because we write together and encourage each other, but there's a level of security there. Like, I don't feel like if I reach out to them, I'm not going to get a response. Or if they reach out to me, they're not going to get a response. I don't feel that there's any like undercut things or anything that's like, oh, like it's like being funny. No, we're able to have clear and direct communication. So yes, so number 2, pay close attention. Read the emotions. And yeah, giving people full attention and being able to empathize with emotional experiences of the other person. So emotional intelligence, emotional availability. And so that's what I had with my new friends. And let me be very clear, the friends I already had here that I knew from Virginia, we already had that. We already had reliability. We already had all the secure foundation. So that's why I also didn't lean into some of those friendships when I came here, because in a way, I'll be honest, I took them probably for granted. Not probably, I took them for granted because I knew, oh, we good. We already solid. We already good. And, we talked through some things with that. So yeah, but having that emotional intelligence is humongous, because what I've learned is the way that I connect with folks, I have to connect with folks who are already in touch with their feelings, who already can name how they feel, can already process their big emotions, can already have mirrors up for themselves. Like, I find that that's the best friendships that I've been able to have, and something that I look forward to moving forward. And I didn't always have that at home. And I'm not going to say that I was the best friend ever. There were some folks I did ghost. There were some friends that I had some distance. So when I said, oh, I acknowledge my departure from, communication, that didn't always mean that was okay. Sometimes it was an inconvenient time for my friends. Sometimes they were going through things that I just did not have the capacity to hold with them. Now, did I go back later and did we talk about it and all those things? Of course. But I also don't want to paint the picture that I am this like perfect Zen-like friend, because I'm not. So there is that. Next, let yourself be known. And so this is saying that, oh, I love this. Basically, allowing yourself to be seen in friendships. I don't have I thought I printed out all the pages. Hold on. Now I'm going to have to pull up the article. Actually, hold on, y'all. 1 second. Let me go look over here. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. So we're talking about being seen. Let yourself be known. That's number 3. And part of that for me was being the fullness of myself. So like when I would connect with folks and let's say I didn't hear from them and people try to pop back up in your life and it's like, oh, like nothing happened. No, I don't like that. And being able to stand on that, or being able to disconnect from folks when it's not what you thought it was going to be in terms of a level of connection. Or like I told you, like being real with myself and say like, yeah, I don't really want to connect in this way, to be quite honest. I don't really like this. And to have peace with it. Or to, as I've described at some point, to like regroup. I've used, or that, something to that effect. Like I've shared with folks like, hey, let's regroup, let's reconfigure what this is, because the way this is not comfortable for me. I don't like this. And people have every right to decide if they want to continue to be connected to you in a way, or I'm going to personalize it. Folks are well in their right to not agree with reconfigurations. And I think for a lot of us, when it goes into ghosting, it's like, oh my gosh, this person is so terrible, why they're ghosting. And I think for a lot of times, folks ghost because they don't really know how to handle what may feel like rejection. Folks ghost because they don't know, they don't want to be vulnerable with people. And for me, that's already a no-go. Folks that don't want to be vulnerable, I don't even want to be friends with them. No. Folks ghost for a myriad of reasons. When I ghosted, sometimes I ghosted folks back in the day because it just felt like too much. And I didn't always have the language to articulate it because I'm connected to all these people and I'm like doing all these things, and I just didn't have capacity. And that's one thing that I'm taking moving forward here, is being sure that I'm connected with folks that have capacity. It's not that I need to talk to my friends on the phone every day or all the time, but I do want to be connected to people that have the capacity for us to show up for each other. And as I shared about my writing friends, I have other groups of friends here that are able to do the same thing, that have capacity, that we can talk about all parts of life, that we can celebrate the high highs and, you know, support each other in the low lows. And that was something that I really wanted to be intentional about. I'm actually feeling like I'm about to get emotional, and I'm not trying to do that tonight. And so because I've been able to be seen and heard here and felt like the fullness of myself, and in many ways I just felt like I'm popping in LA, which is wild but really cool. Still kind of getting used to it, but because I know how to like navigate what friendship looks like, or connection versus disconnection, and how to do that in an amicable way, that really informed how I've been able to stay connected with folks back home, or folks I knew prior to LA, or even stay disconnected. Because one thing about me, especially if I've been close to someone, I always like to acknowledge the disconnection. Some people say you don't need closure. I like closure because I need folks to know that if we're not cool anymore, we're not cool anymore. And it's okay. It's no love lost. But please don't come thinking that we'll be cool when we're not. I never want people to be misconstrued with how I feel about them. Never. Number 4, take your friends on a test drive. Okay, let's see. What is this? So I'm going to read exactly what this says. So, who's talking? So this must be this is the author talking to Dr. Levin. He suggested that the next time I had an issue, a tricky work situation, or I needed help coordinating a birthday dinner, I should go out of my way to lean on a friend. Not only is this a low risk way of testing testing the reliability of a friendship builds closeness. I don't like that. Nah. That's one thing one of my sisters here said. Girl, you testing people. Don't test people. Do not test people. Like, oh, let's see how they're going to act. No. People are not pawns. And I don't even play chess. I don't like that. Because what I found is when you have a solid enough foundation with folks, y'all can depend on each other. No question. When I needed to evacuate, I share with y'all, the 2 people that I called had first offered, even before. That's how I knew. I'm going to tell y'all right now. That's how I got scared. When the 2 people offered me their places, I'm thinking, oh, it's bad. Because both of them from California. And I was like, ooh, this is really bad. So, yeah, I'm going to reject the testing. Number 5. And I also say part of the issue with testing, folks, is they're going to fail. Often people fail the test. I fail the test. You might fail the test. And I'm not a great test taker. And I just don't, it's not good. Number 5, accept that closeness isn't one size fits all. And the article also talks about how the type of closeness or intimacy that we have with other people can vary in different ways that help us be happier, healthier, and calmer. So I love that. yeah, closeness, accepted closeness isn't one size fits all. And I love that, because here there are some people I talk to regularly. There are some people that I don't. Um, there are some people that and I shared this with y'all. I really want to transition now that things are about to be a new normal. And hopefully the air quality will improve soon. I definitely want to see folks weekly. And y'all, I told you, because y'all already know I got new glasses. So the other good thing about these glasses and all my new glasses is I can drive at night now. I don't have the starburst. And I'm taking, side note, and I'm taking fish oil pills because my eye doctor said that my eyes are so dry. So, and I've been drinking like big things of water, and I have eye drops and all the things. Now, will I be driving to Timbuktu? No. But can I drive around the corner sometimes? Maybe. We'll see. Because of parking, I probably will still do a lot of lifts. But I definitely want to see friends weekly. So the last piece that I want to talk about is, okay, so I met friends through writing. I've met friends just being out in Lyfts and Ubers, chatting with folks. I've met friends at different events I've gone to. So that's been important. But let me talk about, let me end with what I began with, this idea of like a larger community. So California Worship Center, that is my main church. I love it. I've talked to y'all about it multiple times. The thing that I love about California Worship Center, and really all the churches I'm connected to, is their ability to not only see me and hear me, but their ability to make me feel like I'm somebody. Or maybe that's being seen and heard, right? I feel like I'm somebody. I feel like I'm cared for. I feel like they respond positively to feedback. And I just feel very, I feel like the word is good, which I've talked about. I feel like I'm growing spiritually. And I feel like it's just fun. There are a lot of people my age, and it just feels like what I'd hope church would be. This place where you can grow, and all the reasons that I said before, where you can be a part of ministries and all those things, but also a place where if I feel like I'm going through something, I can see people and be supported. That's one church, California Worship Center. Now, my second church is Inglewood First United Methodist Church. That is the yoga church. And there I feel so loved and cared for. And it's an older congregation, so there aren't really people my age, but I am loved on like my home church, where they too are going to check on me. They too are going to be there for me. I do feel seen. There I'm able to exercise my ministry. I'm able to preach. I'm able to teach yoga. Right now we have a 31-day prayer challenge, if you will. And so I'm on that committee. And so being able to show up and be loved on from more of like an older sense, like I love that. I love when elders are pouring wisdom into me. And then I do Bible study with First Inglewood, and it's just a beautiful place. It's a beautiful balance of the two churches. And just feeling like if I want to celebrate with them, if they want to celebrate with me, I'm there. And it feels good. It helps me sleep at night. I feel so grounded. I feel like I'm cared for. I don't feel like I'm by myself. Yes, I have friends, and that's great. But it's something about having a church community, and that's how I grew up. It just feels... It has made LA home for me. Ooh, I'm about to cry. We're not gonna cry. We're not gonna cry. Not that I can't cry, but I just don't feel like crying tonight. Yeah. And then now we have a third church. Cause everything I do to excess, unfortunately. The third church is, Community United Presbyterian Church. And that is the church that I preached at. And the people are just so loving. And so I look forward to going back there. And for them, what feeds my soul there is the people are, like I said, warm and loving. But my soul is also fed because I am seen through my ministry lens, being a minister, and I really like that. Like, I love praying and I love preaching, and I really recognized when I came here that I really do love preaching. And it was something that I really didn't want to share back home. I mean, at home, I went to seminary, I taught at the seminary, so it's like a bunch of preachers. And sometimes preachers get a bad connotation. And so I didn't always feel like I could say that, but I'm here and I can say that I love preaching. It doesn't take away from me being a preacher is one aspect of my life. Me talking about church. Yes, church is a huge part of my life, which is why I talk about it a lot, because now you can see why, because it anchors me in community. These are folks that I see regularly. These are folks that I'm in contact with regularly. These are folks that we check on each other all the time. These are folks that I'm consistent with. And I appreciate that it's reciprocal. And I love that. I just love that for me. So those are the church spaces. And then finally, I'm about to be in an artistic space, which I'm very excited about. I cannot wait until the announcement comes out and I can share with y'all. To be a part of an interdisciplinary art community is something that is very important to me. When I was a grad student, I was very immersed in different Black theater spaces. And so while this isn't the same thing, I'm looking forward to being able to be immersed in that. And eventually when I start, working on the docs and the films and all the things and television shows, then I am excited for what my entertainment community will look like, and being able to be in those reciprocal connections with folks in that way. So anyway, this video is super long. Shout out to the folks who got to the end. And yeah. So this is one of the videos that I said I was going to do. I have been listening to let me pull it up. I have been listening to the Sheila Johnson. Sorry, y'all, check my email too. And I have 2 hours and 41 minutes left in my listening, so I will be able to have that book conversation later this week, as well as I'm going to re-listen to the Deborah Lee text, and then I will I did find the $1 billion bet text, and then I also have to, in the next 2 weeks, talk about The Matrix, because I have been saying I want to talk about that for a long time. So that's all I have for this long video. I felt like yapping, which is so funny because, like, I told you I'd be talking to people all day. And I talked to a lot of people today. How many people did I talk to today? I only talked to my sisters today. Then I talked to a bunch of people at work. And then not too many though. I only talked to the phone once today. So I guess I just felt like a yappy mood. But anywho, as usual, I'm just so grateful that you're on this journey with me as I, Lucy, evolve. See y'all tomorrow.